Well, a very good evening, everybody, on this, the last day of May 24. And it is a very short net we've got tonight because there's only one boat and they've just arrived. We've had a bit of action, actually. Gracie's arrived this morning in torrential rain. Well, welcome to Fiji. They got 20 knots, gusting 30 as they came through the pass, but, well, they're there and have had the requisite beer. We'll talk to Obsession if they've finished anchoring in a moment, but they're certainly a busy area in North Minerva. Pogean reports 21, well that's 22 now that Obsession has arrived. That was just not too long ago. No rain again, but the wind is 20 to 22 knots of southeast, so 140, so bang on southeast, 3 metre southwest swell. Not very pleasant. Scattered, same as yesterday, cloud-wise, scattered low Q, mid-level Q and high cirrus. Well, we've got it actually quite pleasant here at Gulf Harbour at the moment. It is gusty. It's been gusty all day, but not to that extent. 10 knots of west-southwest at the wind outside at the moment. 17 degrees, so that's pretty good. I was going to say pretty cool, but for winter it's pretty warm. 1028.4 on the bar, and just a little bit of strata Q on the horizon, western horizon, and a little bit of wispy cirrus, sort of, well, but everywhere really. Okay, a bit of news for you. This is mostly for the Americans, former President Donald Trump, I'll get it right, Trump, found guilty on all 34 counts of the hush money charges. Very long-winded trial, but they didn't take long to decide that he was guilty on all counts. Front page news, of course, in most of the world's newspapers. Guilty, 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 34 times. So that's going to, well, we don't know what the penalty is going to be at this stage. I suspect that might take a while to sort out. News for New Zealanders is that on top of the Smith & Co. closure next year, the New Zealand flybys system is ending in October 31. So if you have flybys, which seems to be endemic in the country, you have until end of 31 October to get them, and you can still use them up to the 31st of December. So you will be home if you're coming home, so you better get into it when you get here. Okay, before we see if we can find Obsession, I'd just like to mention that David has been fossicking around today. We've managed to find 2 Fiji charts of the Lao group, and of course he's got his big book of South Pacific, the pilot charts for the South Pacific. And we thought we might just do a bit of a session on navigation in the Lao group. We know we've had a poor Thursday's child have had a most unfortunate experience of going through the Lao group, and I think it's probably time to just aid a bit of discussion and highlight the navigational needs of this very difficult group of islands. So we won't have hardly any boats on tomorrow, so we thought we might just put together a little bit of a summary of what we found in the charts and the pilot book, and talk about the needs of the area. So if you've got nothing to do at 5:15 tomorrow, that's what we'll be talking about, because there's very little in the way of boats on passage. Okay, let's see if I can find Obsession, Gulf Harbour. I certainly do, Lisa. I've been watching your progress today. Boy, Obsession is certainly arriving in North Minerva with no slime on her bottom sides. You were getting some good speeds today. Over.
Yes, we had a bit of a deadline today because we don't like coming in when it starts, so there might have been some engine support as well. Over.
Yeah, I thought as much, because I thought, oh, are they going to get in before the dark or not? The AIS is actually an hour 40 behind, so I worked out the distance and realised that you would be in there to join the rather large number of boats there to experience the wind. But I'm sure that's not going to put Lester off looking for crayfish. Over.
No, I'm pretty sure we might have a few days of rest and relaxation, but it's great to be here. And Yeah, I don't know if you want to know, but the car cover's 30% here and the swell's a lot less inside than it was outside. And it was quite a nice day, but thank you guys very much for looking after us. Over.
Oh, it's always good fun to watch you guys progress. So 30% cloud there now, and the swell indeed is a lot less in the lagoon than it was outside. So yes, you will have a good rest for a few days and gather the energy levels and probably touch base with a lot of folk that you haven't seen for a long while. Okay, we'll clear with Lester and Lisa in North Minerva. Is there anybody else wants to make contact tonight, test out the radio or whatever? There's plenty of time. Over.
I could give the Fiji.
Okay, nothing heard. So David thought he might as well give you the Fiji weather, because many of you in Minerva will be looking ahead. Here he is.
All right. Well, for those of you that are just really can't wait to get up there to Fiji, you may not really want to think that after you listen to this. So this is coming from Fiji Met, and as yesterday, a damaging heavy swell warning remains in force for Yasawa, Mamanuca Waters, Southwest Viti Levu, Kandavu Passage, Koro Sea, Central and Southern Lao Waters, and a strong wind warning remains in force for all Fiji waters. The situation, according to Met Service there, trough of low pressure with associated cloud and rain is expected to continue, affecting the northern and eastern parts of the group till later Saturday, while it gradually drifts to the northeast away from the group. Meanwhile, a high pressure system to the far southwest of the group is directing a fresh to strong southeast wind over all waters. Southeast winds 20 to 30, gusting to 35 knots. Rough to very rough seas, moderate to damaging heavy southerly swells, heights to 4.5 meters, and poor visibility in areas of heavy showers, rain, and thunderstorms. And the further outlook for Fiji waters: southeast winds 20 to 30, gusting 35, rough to very rough seas, and again moderate to damaging heavy southerly swells with heights to 4.5 meters. And as expected, poor visibility in areas of heavy showers, rain, and thunderstorms. That's the end of their broadcast, or their issuance, if you will. And looking at satellite imagery, oh yes, you can certainly see what's going on there. And it's not pretty, but it's a continuation of that heavy band of cloud and trough conditions all the way from the Solomons through Fiji, on through Tonga, I may add, and onward from there. So it's been around for quite a while, and it will still be there for a bit of time. It will move, it will drift apparently to the northeast. The whole band goes up to the northeast. So we're totally not out of the woods yet for all those areas, but yeah, not very pleasant. Not pleasant in Fiji, and not so pleasant in Tonga. And for those that are yearning to get to Tonga, hang on and I'll give you the Tonga forecast. And hang on. Okay, so this is Tonga Met Service now. A gale warning is now in force for the Hapai coastal waters and remains in force for the Nuus and Vavau coastal waters. A heavy damaging swell remains in force for the Nuus and Vavau coastal waters, and a strong wind warning remains in force for Tongatapu, Teleki-Tonga, and the rest I can't even pronounce it. Now, for midnight tomorrow for Tonga coastal waters, I'll just talk about the Hapais and Tongatapu. So for the Hapais, southeast 15 to 20, gusts up to damaging gale force, 30 to 35 knots. Rough to very rough seas up to 3 meters, and a moderate southerly swell up to 3 meters. And for Tongatapu, southeasterly winds 15 to 20, rising 25 to 30 at times. Rough seas 3 meters, and a moderate southerly swell up to 3 meters. And for Sunday, for the Hapais and for Tongatapu, southeasterly winds 15 to 20, rising 25 to 30 at times. Rough seas up to 3 meters, and a moderate southerly swell up to 2 to 3 meters. And for those of you that are still in Tongatapu, the barometric pressure at the airport, 1 o'clock this afternoon, 1021.7, 1021.7 millibars. And there you go, not very nice there either. So those of you that are in Minerva probably have got the best weather all around. So enjoy your evening there in good old Minerva, our favorite place, one of our favorite places. So here's the chief.
Okay, I just thought I was just looking at the boats that have taken off today to let you know. Lagoos, Australian boat, is obviously heading to Tonga. Moon Shadows, Seahawk, Silver Fox, The Beast, that's Michael Hill's really lovely powerboat. Communique, New Zealand. Lunacy is heading to Brisbane. Tomodachi is off and away going north. Hijacker and Gemma, and they will join the boats that left. I'm just trying to move the thing here. Okay, the ones that left the day before. Indet, Canadian. Kokorua, Zoot, Netherlands. Summer Rain, New Zealand. Kindred Spirit, they left the day before, so they're all on their way. And none of those boats, I think, are on air, so we'll have a very quiet discussion tomorrow night. So that's it from us. Just one final call in case anybody wants to make contact. Please call now. No, very peaceful. And Zoomax, wrong spelling. We are at, gonna have to look that one up. Hello from Zoomax. How nice to hear from you. Kaeuhi. I think you'd have to be Polynesian to know how to pronounce that. Kaihu. But we'll look it up so we'll know where they are. And greetings to you guys. Max and Ali are usually on in the evening, but not tonight, so they're at Funafuti. Okay, that's it from us, and we will be back tomorrow just with the discussion on the Lao group and navigational issues. And until then, the frequency is all yours. Cheers, everybody. Wow, that's nice. Oh God, they really are in that area for ages, aren't they? Goodness gracious. That's I thought they were going on to anyway. All right. Well, we'll probably get an email to you, Anna and Paolo, and I'm going to turn off the. David just reminded me I haven't turned off the streaming, but that's all right. I buried it underneath the